Okay, starting of this is Hirame Konjime, olive oil from the South Korea. Instead of the smoked pineapple, hikama and dry coconut covered version, and then herb oil, and then micro cilantro on the top. So please enjoy it with the spoon, please. Okay, this one is a Simoaji, just fried that from the Japan. Have over the used kosho and sponge sauce on the top. Okay, this one is our signature sushi, Uni Courses. Bottom is a deep fried seaweed, and A5 wagyu from Japan, and then Asian pear, and then fresh shallot, and then Santa Barbara onion on the top. So please enjoy it. 예, 유명하죠. 근데 그 날씨 때문에 상당히 맛없을 때가 많습니다. 가능한 한국 분들 계시면 설명 한국말 해드리고 이렇게 영어를 잘하는 영어는 아니고 영어로 하다가 한국말로 하면 좀 생각이 좀 잘 버벅거립니다. 설명드리겠지만 띵깡이라고 아십니까? 예, 조그만 거. 방울토마토 같은 거. 네, 남자들은 뭣도 모르고 먹습니다.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, this one is a steel head trout from Northern California. Top of the soy and then candies compass. 일본 식당에서 나오는 와사비의 진짜 간장하고 절여졌는 거. 아니 누가 생각을 했겠습니까? 거기다가 Okay, next one is the sawara Spanish mackerel. Side of the just miyoga and chili oil and then daikon, garlic, ponzu sauce on the top. Depends on your way.
That's what I said. Unfiltered. Should we go?
영어표현 안에 살아있을 거예요. 베니스는 모르겠는데 그게 97년도니까. Okay, whatever you want, and just only 5 minutes. 5 minutes each time.
Well, we don't know the price yet.
Okay, this one is a kampachi hamburger from Japan. Top of the Smith granny apple with the wasabi and ponzu sauce and then extra virgin oil. I didn't ask you guys and then I got a complaint to you about that. That's why I'm just ask. I know, because it's a most customers and they're gonna eat the more than the middle. The middle that should be okay. Okay, this one is a scallop. Top of the salmon, use course vinegar, and then stone for then
jicama, micro cilantro,
mint,
and
micro cilantro on the top,
cabos,
and
virgins,
then
and herbal.
citrus blossom. It's a pleasing juice.
This one.
Oh, this one is still has salt.
That's what they do. The right. Just like Harlem Crown. Central. Some other, some crowd.
The nori is seaweed. We make a crispy chip style. On the top is the A5 Wagyu and pickled shallot, Asian pear, Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara Uni. No, we'll talk about want to be in the middle range of being the same. If you have something I like this one. I think it's good to begin with.
Okay, this one is a sake, Water King Salmon from New Zealand. Top of it is a truffle butter and torch, then soy and lemon juice, then truffle salt, and then freezable truffle on the top. So please enjoy.
But you would think that serious. And of what?
So is it a what's the age?
조기 교육이 많이라도 있다. 남자들
What do you mean? Yesterday.
남자 손님께서
Yesterday one?
나중에 좀 미리 생각을 아니라고. Okay, this one is akami, bluefin tuna from Japan. Top of it is A5 Wagyu beef fat soy on the top. So please enjoy.
That's okay. I'll switch that one. Thank you.
기존에
That's white.
식당에서 샀던 투나 맛 사고 블루fin 투나 맛. Okay, this one is a albacore sashimi, then white tuna from Canada.
You know, Savory.
Top of it is just Thai almond sauce, then fish vinegar sauce,
Remember cool?
green papaya, fried shallot,
No.
then Thai basil, black lime, and then chive on the top. Then truffle.
This one is a Victor Kamkachi.
So I would have picked it, right? And she said, so there were one.
아들도 아버지 좋아하세요? 내가 못 먹겠습니다. 그래서 한 번은 한 달 전에 너무 먹고 싶어서 제가 아이들이 있으니까 소주 혼자 3병을 먹는 사람 중에 참 식당 일을 하다 보면 참 안 먹습니다.
Exactly. Two my Thai ginjo. And then there's another one which is really rare, but carry them on the day. Then you go coach, that's the other one. Oh yeah, I like more. I like more. But this is my favorite. It's very interesting. Yeah, very unique. Yes. Actually, the true party
This one is a suzuki. Okay, this one is just 뭐 생선이랑 다 같이 먹었는데 정말 맛있어요. 이렇게 말을 얘기하면 술 한 잔에 간절히 한잔 같을 정도로. Okay, this one is a ebi, blue shrimp. Ebi miso, blue shrimp. And then top of it is just red miso, and then shrimp oil, then torch, and then chive on the top.
No.
I forgot.
Doing both of you.
I forgot. I keep talking to too much talk. That's why I forgot.
What's the price? Is it onions?
Fried shallot.
Fried shallot, yeah. Very good. what's the dusting of it? What's the like the?
That one is black lime.
Black lime
Actually, in the Middle East, people use
is actually the lime black.
You
It's
make it-
fried, no, it's fried.
Wow.
Frying some way and
And then you just grate it. Wow.
Yeah, smell.
Usually in the Middle East food, they use
Oh, middle, yeah, definitely.
It's very good.
that's very nice.
The shop.
뭐가 많이 올라가네요.
Green papaya.
Oh my god, yeah. Really good. I didn't know what that was. Yeah, very good.
솔직히 짜증나지 않는다고 거짓말. 바쁠 때 정말 짜증나. Okay, this one is a hot uni sea urchin from Hokkaido, Japan. Top of it is just a bacon butter and torch, soy and lemon juice.
But wait,
한국에서 생각하신 그런 거지만 전혀 다르다.
I should have signed up to free like last year. I have free.
Okay, this is a noodle. Japanese sesame dressing on the top, then Japanese chimichurri, then green Japanese chimichurri, basically just the green onion and then grapeseed oil and truffle on the top.
no. Riders. And I know that lady, like, ever since I opened it.
그러면서 로컬에서 음식 위주로 리터더 사면은
You have a big yeah, definitely. That's good.
Okay, this one is a Gindara Black Cod. Then top of it is a pork, and then soy and lemon juice, and then escalate miso on the top. So crazy.
More than the 209, we'll order more after that. But can we slow it down just a little after this one because we want to drink and then because it's like this, I'm getting full too fast. And I want to eat more because I love your food. So
Okay, escalate miso, and then
Thank
just
you.
French.
Thank you.
The actual company is the French company. The soybean is French soybean with the
The mom too, I remember. Yeah, she came in with the old baby and I thought it was the husband, but it was the
So I was at Melissa's house last Christmas and just before COVID, so this was December
1920, like, February 20. What do you got?
Okay, this one is a potato sushi. The house made it just a potato chips, then top of it just a lamp oil sauce, and then smoked caviar on the top.
This one?
Like a sort of the citrus.
Citrus, right? Some kind of citrus. Saluki.
그래도 한국 분들이 좀 약간 특별하게 좀 괜찮게 생각하시는 뽑아서 더 있으면 근데 그거 이상 되시면 너무 부담스럽습니다. 맛은 있는데
He has a house with his wife.
목걸이 나가십니다. 기어나가십니다. 내가 불러요. 김치한테 드셨으면
You want me to create a group called Global Vacation too? This is the second one.
higher. 처음으로 합니다.
New group.
There's a little bit of dip aroma.
It's something new, and it's not.
무화과를 이렇게가 스틱으로 오지 않습니다. 저희가 다른 거와 섞어서 Okay, this one is the last piece and then A5 wagyu from Japan. Top of it is the torch and soy and lemon juice and snowflake crawler on the top, dog liver. And so please enjoy it.
Okay? Yes. We've had this before.
For dessert, we have coconut soft serve, so it's dairy-free, dark chocolate chips, and orange cardamom caramel on top. Enjoy.
During flower blossom, like during the cherry blossom, apparently in Japan with the seared
전 집에서 그냥 전 아이들한테 그냥 잡곡밥으로 돌미도 줍니다.
Thank you, Robin, for the interesting meal. Now it's time for my rating to see if it's worth the travel. My heart 100% belongs to traditional Edo-style sushi, so you can call me stubborn or close-minded, but this modern sushi omakase just didn't hit the mark for me. I've tried several modern sushi omakase experiences before, and they were quite enjoyable. However, Robin's innovative approach took things to a level that I simply couldn't comprehend. So many flavorless courses, mismatched flavors, and poor quality ingredients. I rate the food a 1 out of 5. The contemporary and stylish interior complements the concept perfectly, and all the staff were incredibly friendly. Our chef went above and beyond to make us feel included, even though he was more comfortable speaking Korean with the Korean guests seated next to us. He would adjust his shari container so I could get a better view of the sushi, and he made jokes throughout the meal. The service is a 5. The restaurant is located in Menlo Park, where there are a few small shops. If you have some spare time, you can even visit Stanford University and the Stanford Shopping Center. which are just a short 10-minute drive away. However, apart from that, there aren't any other tourist attractions nearby, so it's a 3.5 for the location. The omakase ranges from $109 to $209, and I chose the $150 option, so it's a 4.5 for the price. The overall rating is 3.5, which makes it worth local travel. So if you live around Menlo Park, Robin might be a choice you would like to consider to fill your tummy. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.